Alright guys, and anyways, welcome to this video of me discussing my favorite Pokemon from each type. So if you go into Google and you type my favorite Pokemon from each type, or favorite Pokemon from each type, you'll get this template from the first link. So anyways, I've decided to discuss my favorite Pokemon from each type in details. So let's get started, but before we do that, I'm just telling you that this template does not showcase my favorite Pokemon from each type. This is just one I did randomly, just for the thumbnail. Anyways, let's start. So my favorite grass type is Tapu Bulu. Now out of all the Tapus, my favorite is Tapu Bulu. I really like that it's based off of the bull and of a bull and the red and black color scheme. It's really nice. Not only that, but I think it's my favorite Tapu to use competitively. I really like how it has a high attack stat with a great move pool with a wood hammer, Mega Horn for recovery, Zen Headbutt, Stone Edge, superpower, Mega Horn. And not only that, but data mines show that it will also get mega high horsepower, close combat, and play rough in the expansion pack for Pokemon Sword and Shield in the DLC. So hopefully he gets these new moves. My favorite is the Assault Vest. I really like Acid Terrain and Horn Leech. It can recover a lot of HP and go back to full easily. So I really like how powerful and how the longevity of this Pokemon. Anyways, my favorite fire type is the Primal Groudon. Now, Groudon is my favorite legendary, and seeing it become much more powerful and much more fearsome with the primal form is amazing. So my favorite, the reason why I like Primal Groudon and Groudon in general is just because of the red color scheme. Red is my favorite color. Not only that, but it looks really cool. It's the design-wise, it looks amazing. And being fire ground type is a really cool dual typing. Ground is being one of my favorite types, and fire being a good typing as well, giving it a lot of resistance and overall being a really good mon, especially with the Dissolent Land ability. Now my favorite set is the Double Dance set with Sword Dance, Rock Polish, Earthquake or Precipice Blade. I prefer Earthquake just because of the accuracy, and Stone Edge or Rock Slide. I prefer Rock Slide just because of the flinch chance, and it has a higher accuracy than Stone Edge. But overall I really like Groudon. It has an amazing design, it looks fearsome, I really like it as well. And my favorite water type is Swampert, and it's my favorite starter. So being a dual ground water type is amazing because ground and water are two of my favorite types, and only having one resistance is also amazing. Plus I think Swampert looks really slick and has a really cool design. And overall I just really like Swampert. Whenever I play an Oris game or whenever I play Ruby, Sapphire, or the Oris remakes, I always go for Swampert. Even though I tried him a couple of times, I still go for him. This is how much I like Swampert. No, I never use him competitively aside from his Mega, and I really like Mega Swampert a lot. Its design is kind of weird, but I actually like it. And the fact that it has swift swim ability with the high defenses and high attack stat makes it a beast. Earthquake, Waterfall, and whatever you want to choose for the other two moves is good enough. But data mines show that when it comes with the expansion pack, it can learn Body Press and Bulk Up, two amazing moves, and it can learn Liquidation. If you want a higher base water attack than over Waterfall. So yeah, Swampert is really cool overall. I really hope his Mega returns. Now I don't really have a favorite normal type. I mean, none of the normal Pokemon really stand out to me. But if I had to choose one, I'll either choose Obstagoon or Porygon 2. Now the reason I like Porygon 2 a lot because I used it a lot in my competitive play with the Eviolite. And being bulky with the Recover and great move pool with Toxic, with Thunder Wave, with Tri Attack, made this Pokemon a very annoying wall for my opponents to deal with. Even though it's not the best wall, but I just enjoyed using it a lot, and it helped me a lot. As for Obstagoon, it's a really cool one, dark and normal. I really like how useful it is. It's a really threatening one with guts, bulk up, knock off, facade, close combat, if I remember correctly. It also has a signature move, Obstruct. So yeah, it's a really cool mon overall. I really like this design. Never used one, but I faced a lot of them and they're really scary to face. Next we have the electric type. Now the same thing goes for normal. I really don't have a favorite electric type. None of them really stand out to me. But if I had to choose one, I'll choose Magneton or Magnezone. But the reason why I chose Magneton over Magnezone is because I have like nostalgia factor for it. Like it's nostalgic for me because of Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. I really liked Magneton's design overall, being having magnets and being stuck together. I don't know, I like it overall. There's nothing special I can say about it, just nostalgia. So anyways, next is the psychic type. So Hatterene is my favorite psychic type. Before that, it was probably Hoopa Unbound, mostly because I used it and I used it competitive and it was really good, and it looks really cool. But after Gen 8 came, I really just fell in love with Hatterene. I really like how I think it looks really great. It looks really mysterious. It's really great. It's a dual sucking fairy. It has a really good ability with magic bounce, a really good move pool with trick room, nuzzle, mystical fire, dazzling gleam, raining kiss, psychic, Psyshock, and so much more. And it's a really bulky mon on the special side as well, and has a great HP stat. Overall, I really like Hatterene. It's a really good mon. I really like its design. It looks so mysterious. It's an amazing mon in my opinion. Next we have Marshadow, the fighting type Marshadow. So Marshadow is my favorite fighting type, and it's my favorite mythical as well. When they announced that we're getting a dual fighting ghost type in Generation 7, I was really excited because fighting ghosts are two amazing typing, and we never got one, and Marshadow fits that build perfectly. It looks amazing, it's powerful with 125 attack and 125 speed, with Technician. Spectre 3 has an amazing signature move that steals your opponent's stats boosts. Not to mention that it has Technician with Shadow Sneak and 7-star Strike as its Z Crystal Z move. So yeah, overall I really like Marshadow, it's an amazing mon. As for competitive, I usually use the Z Crystal with Bulk Up, Shadow Sneak, Close Combat, and Spectre Thief. It's a really amazing mon in Ubers, and another thing that I really like about it is that it actually destroys Arceus normal. E-Speed Arceus. I really hate facing E-Speed Arceus, and Marshadow just invalidated that thing. So yeah, Marshadow is amazing. Next we've got the Rock type. Now Cradily has been one of my favorite mons for a long time. I always liked Cradily mostly because of Haydan and Dookie Shed, if you've seen their videos about Cradily. Not only that, but I always liked its weird design, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed using it competitively, even though it was not that great. It was just fun to use with Recover, Stealth Rock, and so several other moves. But overall, I just really like its design. It's always stood out to me as the coolest or the most unique fossil type. And like I said, Dookie Shed and Haydan made me love it even more. Next, we've got the ground type. Now I really can't choose between these two mons. I really love Runerigus and its design and what it's based off, and it's just so mysterious and surprising to me that it's a ghost ground type, and not a dragon type. As for Crocodile, I remember using it in my black playthrough, Pokemon White playthrough, sorry, and it was just an amazing mon, and I really liked its design, and it's the part dark type as well. Not to mention that Crocodile is a good mon competitively with Earthquake, Knockoff, Intimidate, Moxie, Crunch, Pursuit, and so much more. Iron Tail as well. And as for Runerigus, it's not that great competitively, but it has a really good deep move pool with Body Press as an offensive move, Earthquake, Toxic Spikes, Destiny Bond, and so much more. Haze. So overall, I really liked these two mons based on their designs. How good competitively they are. Next we've got the flying type, and here we've got Celesteela, my favorite Ultra Beast. Celesteela, when I first saw Celesteela, I really hated it because it looks just so weird, and I never understood what it's supposed to be from the data mines or from the leaks. However, when I played the game and started to understand Celesteela more and its backstory and what it's based off, I started to love Celesteela. It has such a unique or a cool backstory or cool design aspect, or what it's based off. Being based off bamboos, rocket, and princess. It's just amazing. Not to mention, I really loved using Celesteela in Gen 7. I actually used a sweeper set or an autotomized Fire Z crystal set with autotomized flamethrower, fire blast, earthquake, heavy slam. Overall, I really like Celesteela's design and what the backstory of it or what it's based off, and I really liked using it as a sweeper. It was just hilarious seeing it sweep my opponents. Not to mention with Dynamax, it becomes even more of a threat because of the Dynamax boost from from acrobatics or like flying type Dynamax, boosting its speed and fighting Dynamax, boosting its attack with Beast Boost, becoming more stronger. It's just an amazing model overall. I really love Celesteela. Next we've got the Bug type, and Heracross is my favorite bug. Now I never had a good experience with Heracross until Sapphire, Alpha Sapphire, where I actually decided to use it, and it was a beast. Close combat, Mega Horn coming from base 125 attack and being stabbed is just amazing. Seeing Heracross destroy my opponent with these two moves was just amazing. And that's why it became my favorite bug type. Just because it has two powerful stab moves from Close Combat and Mega Horn. Not to mention it has a sleek design or a cool design. And it's Mega, although it doesn't look as good as regular Heracross, it's still a beast with a 185 attack stat. So next we've got the Poison type, and we've got Gengar. So Gengar is actually my favorite Pokemon, if you don't know that. And well, what is there to say about it? I loved Gengar from the start, from Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. Hunter, Gastly, and Gengar have been my favorite Pokemon from that game. And it having a deep move pool for competitive use is amazing as well. Like, there are so many things you can run with Gengar. You can run a Spec set, Scarf set, a Substitute Hex set with a Will-O-Wisp. You can give it Thunderbolt, Sludge Wave, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Shadow Ball, Psychic, Focus Blast, Will-O-Wisp with Hex, the Destiny Bond, Encore, Disable, Substitute Disable. There are so many sets you can run with Gengar, and now it gains Nasty Plot, and its Mega is just amazing. With Shadow Tag and 130 speed and 170 attack, a special attack is just a threat. So yeah, I really love Gengar overall. It has a really cool design. I really love its line. Overall, Gengar is such an amazing mon. So next we've got the Dark type. My favorite Dark type is actually Bisharp. Now the reason I like Bisharp, first it's color scheme being dark and black and red. Two amazing colors, my two favorite colors. Not only that, but Bisharp just looks like a badass. It looks amazing. And it's a really good mon competitively with Defiant, Sucker Punch, Swords Dance, Iron Head, Knockoff, Throat Chop. Not only that, but I remember using a sweeper set with Rock Polish and Swords Dance. It worked to some extent, but it was fun using. But overall, I really like Bisharp's design and typing and its amazing move pool. So next we move to the Ghost type. My favorite Ghost type is Cursula. Now I'm gonna say it right now, Gen 8 has some of the best mons. And Cursula is just amazing mon. I really like how Cursula is based off dead corals because of the pollution. And then it turns into this spooky thing with a really weird ectoplasm or whatever it's supposed to be. But yeah, I really like Cursula's design. It's amazing. It really stands out to me. It's my favorite like Galarian form or like Galarian evolution. From the Galarian form evolution. It has amazing 145 special attack, and its special defense is not bad at all with a decent HP or like an acceptable HP. But the problem is its physical defense is really poor, and it's really slow. So it's kind of hard to use, but still I really like it. Now my favorite ice type is Frostmoth. Now I really don't have a favorite ice type until I saw Frostmoth or until they introduced Frostmoth. Frostmoth is just an amazing mon in my opinion. It looks elegant, it looks beautiful. The typing of Ice and Bug is amazing. Now unfortunately Frostmoth has a really bad speed stat of 65. And it's supposed to be a sweeper with 125 special attack and it having a quiver dance, but with that speed, it's really hard to use. But I still like Frostmoth overall, even though it doesn't have a great move pool. I still enjoyed using it, and I remember actually like getting some sweeps with it thanks to Dynamax, or not even before Dynamax, I guess, because of Quiver Dance, Hurricane, Giga Drain, Bug Buzz, Ice Beam. I usually drop Bug Buzz, but I just use Giga Drain for recovery, Hurricane, and Ice Beam. But overall, I really liked Frostmoth. It has a really cool design. Not only that, but Ice Scale as its ability is a really good ability, honestly, boosting its special defense. Next, we've got the Steel type. My favorite Steel type is Aegislash. Now, Aegislash is my favorite Pokemon from the Kalos region, from the Kalos Dex. I really like the whole idea of being Sword and Shield. I'm a huge Zelda fan, so It looks like the Master Sword and Highland Shield, and there are some art concepts based on that. Not only that, but being a ghost type as well, my favorite type, is just an amazing one. And it has a really nice, unique ability with stance chains, and its move pool is really deep with close combat, shadow ball, shadow sneak, shadow claw, iron head, head smash, flash cannon, steel beam. It's just an amazing mon overall. I really love Aegislash, but unfortunately I never use it that much competitively because I have difficulty with it, honestly. Even though it's really good, I find it difficult to use it for me, for me specifically. So next we're gonna go to the dragon type. Now my favorite dragon type is Dragapult. Now before that it was Salamence, but Dragapult just takes the cake. I mean, it's a ghost dragon type, ghost being my favorite type. Not only that, but having 142 speed with 120 attack and 100 special attack is just amazing. Having Infiltrator and Clear Body as abilities are amazing as well. Not only that, but its move pool is so deep. With Thunderbolt, Thunder, Hydro Pump, Scald, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Hex, Shadow Ball, Draco Meteor for the special attack. And then for the special physical attack, it has Dragon Dart as signature move. Steel Wings for fairy types, Phantom Force, even though it's not that great. I really hope they give it a better physical ghost move, but whatever. U-turn to pivot out. What else does it have? Psychic Fangs. So overall, it's a really unique mon with amazing stats and amazing move pool. Now my favorite set is actually the Substitute Hex set. So I like to give it Substitute Hex, Will-O-Wisp and Thunderwave. Now it doesn't always work because you get walled by normal types, but generally speaking, I really just had a lot of success with this type set. Being able to paralyze my mons and preventing them from moving because of paralysis was amazing, and powering up Hex is amazing as well. I really have a lot of success with Dragapult no matter what set I am using. So yeah, overall it's a really amazing mon. And now finally for the last type, the last type, the fairy type, is Grimmsnarl. So yeah, Grimmsnarl is my second favorite Galar mon, just behind Dragapult. Now when I first saw Impidimp, I knew that it's going to be a fairy dark type based on its design, and I was really hoping it would get an amazing evolution, and I was not disappointed at all. I always wanted a fairy dark type just because these are two contrasting typing, and they did that design perfectly. Grimmsnarl really encompasses what a dark and fairy type would be, and it looks amazing. Not only does it look amazing, it also has an amazing and my favorite Gigantamax form, looking like an actual final boss from a video game, and looking like a menace. And it has a really cool ability with Prankster, and it has a lot of great moves to go with it. Thunder Wave, Reflect, Light Screen, Bulk Up, Rest, Sleep Talk. It also has a great move pool with Spirit Break and False Surrender if you want that. But Spirit Break overall is a really good move. Play Rough, Sucker Punch, Draining Kiss, Drain Punch. It also has a lot of moves, but I don't use them. But these are moves that comes to my mind. I also used a special Grimmsnarl set that worked. It worked to some extent, honestly, and it was just fun to use. Substitute, Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, and Draining Kiss. Draining Kiss for recovery. You can also use Dazzling Gleam if you want more power. But generally speaking, the Dazzling Gleam with Draining Kiss with leftovers and hiding behind the sub is amazing. Not only that, but Nasty Plot increases your special attack by 2. Dark Pulse is very powerful, and Draining Kiss with +2 heals a lot. And Grimmsnarl has a base 120 attack and base 90 special attack, so +2 from +2 Nasty Plot with the base 90 attack is not bad at all. So yeah, I really had a lot of success with the Grimmsnarl, and I really like this design. It looks amazing with this mega form, with this Gigantamax form, and so yeah, overall I really like Grimmsnarl, and that's all the mons that I really like. So yeah, this is the end. These are the mons that I really like. These are my favorite mons from each type. My favorite being Gengar, and then Celesteela probably, and then probably Dragapult, and then Grimmsnarl. I'm not sure where to go from there, but probably these are my top 5, with Marshadow being number 5, or like top 3 as well. Top like 3rd or 4th or 5th. So yeah, these are my favorite mons. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and tell me in the comments what your favorite mons are. So yeah, as you can see, like I have 5 ghosts, or how many ghosts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 ghosts 5 ghost Pokemon. So yeah, ghost is my favorite typing. And if you see, like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mons that are from Galar decks. So this shows you how much I love the Galar decks. There's also like Rune Regis, which is not showcased here as well. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.